this video, we'll show you how to modify your display settings so you can customize it to fit your workflow. For this demo, my monitor is set at a resolution of 1024 by 768, but our system supports all resolutions, so if you have lots of resolution, you can maximize use of your space. The system will automatically remember your last setting, so you'll only have to do this one time. We'll begin with the toolbar. The first button on your left is the Home button. Use this as your go-to when you get stuck. The home screen is where you can find quick category searches, download a PDF of our control vocabulary, and find contact info for support. Your arrow buttons are your back and forward buttons, just like in your web browser. They can take you back to the previous search result. They're useful when you're narrowing down a search and you narrow it down too far, so you want to go back to the previous listing. The next button on the toolbar is Columns. The Columns button controls which fields display in the search results window. Using the Columns button, you can decide which fields you want displayed to maximize use of your space and show only what is relevant to your style of working. For example, let's say you're not interested in the publisher information, but you are interested in the beats per minute. Simply click Columns and check BPM. Click the columns again and uncheck Publisher. You can see the changes are made instantly to your display. In addition, you can also drag the columns around so the information you want to see appears near each other. A column I like to use is the Waveform column. It displays a visual representation of the sound and gives me an idea of where the song is before I even listen to the whole thing. This feature works better on high-resolution monitors where you have a lot of screen real estate. For lower resolution monitors like this, the next two buttons come in handy. These will automatically show and hide the artwork and waveforms, enabling you to see more returns at once. If you're a more visual person, you may be interested in searching by artwork. Moving over these buttons on the right lets you change views from no artwork to artwork over the top to a wall of artwork. The Eyeball button brings up your metadata browser. This feature allows you to filter up to 4 fields at once. We'll discuss this in more detail in the search tutorial. To play the tracks in your search result, click on the musical note icon. The music will begin to play, and the waveform representation will appear in the player. You can click anywhere in the waveform to jump around the track. The player has buttons that activate standard features like play, pause, loop, volume, and information. To show or hide the player area, use the V button towards the right of the toolbar. The button to its right will hide and show the project metadata side panel. The Project button will show you information about your project, playlists and cue sheets you've created and shared, saved searches, and more. We'll cover this in detail in our project management tutorial. The Metadata button will show you detailed information about the tracks in focus. You can change the focus from the selected item to the item now playing by using the Toggle button at the bottom of the side panel. Notice, you can adjust the side panel by clicking and dragging the handle in its upper left-hand corner. Next, we'll cover the profile options. On the top near your login name, you'll see a profile link. Click it and your user preferences will come up. This is where you can change account details like your email address and password. Under Search Preferences, you can change the number of search results that will display per page. The lower the number, the faster the results display. But higher numbers will require fewer page changes to preview in results on a long list. Some users will only have preview access to certain tracks and may want to exclude those from their searches. Clicking this checkbox will allow only downloadable tracks to come up in the search. And finally, you can clear all login remembers here. If you check the Remember Me box on any login on any computer, this button will clear that setting and force login next time. Don't forget to hit Save Changes every time you make a change. Remember to log out when you're finished searching. There are some buttons we didn't cover in this tutorial. Those are the lock, the search save buttons, quick search, and advance. Those buttons will be covered in detail in our search tutorial.